Hello, my name is Steve Bigelow with the Candlestick Forum. This market was kind of lollygagging, waiting for the CPI and PPI numbers, but apparently they liked them. So as we can see in the Dow, after it bottomed out, it stayed above the T-line and doing kind of a slow curve, J-hook pattern that if it breaks out through this level, a strong wave 3 will be in progress. Same scenario over here on the NASDAQ. J-hook pattern. Positive trading, if it takes it up through this level, tells you they're breaking out, also giving you a wave 3. So what this is doing is it's making the strong sectors, like the artificial intelligence and the oil stocks, working well. So once they start coming into a sector with great enthusiasm, as we can see in GFAI, going from 5 to 35 here in the last couple of weeks, that tells you there's a lot of interest in that sector. Now, when are things overbought? That's where you have the advantage of using candlestick charts to reveal that. It also alerts you to when new stocks in that sector. Today, we had a lot of people in the chat room make some good profits on CXAI, another artificial intelligence stock, because look at the series of dojis and then your best friend signal. So the advantage with candlestick analysis is, where do you buy? Here, here, here. That's where you flip to your 10-minute chart. Say, we could be buying here, we could be buying here. Maybe we're not buying in here, but now you can see the next pattern setting up, staying above the T-line. We could be buying here, and when would you take profits if you were day trading? Again, using the T-line rule. The further away you move from the T-line, the higher the probability it's going to come back and test it. Some good profit taking right in here. So we're going to be doing a training session on April 22nd, a full day training. Now, we know the candlestick signals tell you when there's a change of investor sentiment. We know what patterns work well. But we have what we call the top rank signals and patterns that identify which signals. There's approximately 15 to 18 of them, and we put them in a quantified category. That doesn't mean number 1, which is your best friend signal, is the best and the 18 is bad. This means those are the best ones, just ranked. So you can see on this chart, we've been recommending SCPH when it broke out with the best friend. Now you see the slow curve, which is another very strong pattern, another breakout. So we're not trying to find tricky things. We're just finding the patterns that have worked through the centuries that produce strong price moves. So when we see something like this, piercing signal, J-hook pattern right off the 50 and net, then they start gapping it up. That tells you there's a lot of interest coming in. So we can get into very viable option strategies, whether we're buying the calls outright and or adding spreads because of the strength of the signal, with the anticipation they probably could come up and fill this gap and then maybe test the high. So all this information that are built into candlestick charts reveal what the strength of investor sentiment is and give you a high degree of probability of not only being in the right direction, but in a very strong price move direction. So the sectors that are still working, the gold stocks, consolidated over the last week, but you can see as in Newmont Mining, it gapped up, doing kind of a kicker type signal, J-hook pattern, along with quite a few other gold stocks today. Gold is still moving strong. So all this does is reveal which stocks and sectors, or let's say it backwards, which sectors are acting strong, and then we can identify which stocks in those sectors are acting the most bullish. So these are the type of things that we can reveal because they have worked for centuries, illustrating what investor sentiment is doing. So join us. Not only do we identify the strong sectors, but it's very easy to do scans for the sectors that are acting the best and then the stocks in those sectors that are acting the best. That'll be it. We'll see you in the chat rooms.